So in Lao, some of the projects that we have worked on, besides the training of these girls just recently, who are now employed, I'm very happy to say, we have done some training, we have done some clearance of villages. In the first village that we ever went into, there was 65 bombs that we took out of the village. 65. The next area that we went into was a minefield up north. Minefields were laid in North Vietnam, in a province called, I think it said something like Giang Duong or something like that, a northern province. There are 41 minefields. We have cleared one. There's still 40 to go. We chose this particular minefield for a very special reason, and I'm going to finish off on that as to why we chose that particular minefield. But in that particular minefield, we took out 124 mines. And of those, there were 16 of them were a different kind of M16 mine, which was known as a jumping M16 mine. Then we came back and cleared school grounds. Now, we cleared school grounds in Cambodia, but here in Laos, there were bombs in the playground of this school. There was no fence around it. 44 mines we took out of there. And then there was another school close to there. This is called Kohai and Ban Kohai. And in that area, it's very close to the Hmong villages. 31 more mines were taken out of that. It's very interesting to note that these schools that are there, the kids in them, hardly have a pencil between 10 of them. Right? As for writing materials, hardly any at all. Where are they coming from? They're coming actually from out of the mountains. Right? They are Hmong, they're the Montagnard. There's only a truce been established with them recently. Right? And they have realised, or some of them have, that education is the way to go. So they are coming down or sending their kids down to schools to get some education. We looked at some of the places that they stayed. And honestly, when you look at them, you'd think that they were pig pens. Right? They're not. They were their living quarters where they were doing that. So there's another area, the sort of thing that we work on, helping the villages. The other thing that we were told about when we were there was that there was a communal rice paddy. And in this communal rice paddy, there were 2 of their number from the village that was killed only a 1.5 years before. Why? Because in this communal rice paddy, they have to till it, they have to grow. If they don't grow the rice, they'll starve. So these 2 people were killed in that particular communal rice paddy. They know that there were more mines in that rice paddy. It was only 10 hectares. 87 mines we took out of there. 87. But now, right, now it's clear. And this has been something that they can go back into there safely. We located an area where, in fact, they have carried and dumped bombs. There's over 1,000 of them in this dump. We haven't actually done anything about that yet. Right? It would make one almighty bang. It really would. So I'm not quite sure what's going to be done about it. Right? But the problem, folks, is enormous. Now, are other organisations looking at this? Yes, of course. Right? We've got Swisty Mine, we've got the Mags, we've got the Halos. But you know, are we more efficient? Absolutely. You know, the cost estimated, I understand, by the United Nations is close to $1,100 to clear a mine. We can clear a mine for $350. That's what we can do. Working the way we do, all our money goes over there. 5% or something like that doesn't get there, but all of it, 95% gets there. And then we work with a much more effective partnership in Lao called PCL. So I really would like you to consider as a club, and I'm understanding, I know the work that Rotary does. I mean, it's enormous, and they give and give and give all the time. But you know, consider giving another $350. I'd love you to consider that, please. Why? Because that'll clear one bomb. We're going to 100 talks. We've got another minefield cleared, right? And that's what we can do. I said to you that I was going to finish off, right, on why we cleared the minefield up north, this particular minefield. You know, there was an old lady up there, and she had lost her son and her daughter-in-law chasing cows in the minefield. Now, a cow, if you've got a cow, I mean, that's, you know, I mean, that you're a very wealthy family having a cow, you know, but that's your, but if the cow goes up, you've had it, right? That's your livelihood. Now, there's no fences around these minefields, right? So cows go in there. So she lost them. So she brought up her grandson. And her grandson was about 11 years old when he did exactly the same thing, right? Now, you know, a bombie, when it goes off, a little mine that you just had a look at, when that goes off, for a man, it will probably get your feet or legs. But for a little 11-year-old, right, it gets him here, right? And that's what happened. Now, he was still alive, but she didn't have the $65 to take him to Vientiane. So you see, he's another statistic that's not even included in that 300. You don't get compensation for mines. So please consider that. Thanks a lot.